Today my topic is how to get rid of mold in a bathroom. So I've got 5 tips for you today, and the first one is to diagnose why you have mold in your bathroom. So the causes of mold in the bathroom are going to be Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Seco, Healthy Home Architect from AvoidingMold.com. So the causes of mold in the bathroom are going to be high humidity in some way. And the high humidity is often caused by lack of using an exhaust fan, the potential that the exhaust fan isn't working properly, the potential that the exhaust fan is actually exhausting into the space or into the building itself, or that it's faulty and it doesn't actually draw enough air out to the outside. Exhaust fans should be run a half an hour after a shower. So if you have a poorly working exhaust fan, I would recommend running a dehumidifier in your bathroom. You just have to find a spot and stick it. And when you shower and for a half an hour after, until the humidity goes back down, you run a dehumidifier and keep the humidity below 40%. So diagnosing is the first thing. I do have a video on how to use a moisture meter on tile to look for anomalies. So we're just looking for variations. You're gonna try to find without getting into the whole video, you're gonna try to find a dry spot that is very clearly dry, and that's your baseline number. And then you're gonna look for anomalies where the numbers might be higher. Oftentimes this is in corners, where a tub and a wall meet, where maybe around a spout or an escutcheon plate where the controls are, or even oftentimes water will get into those holes and then travel, and then you can have water somewhere where you never expected it and there's no plumbing. And so that's very possible. I see it a lot. It actually happened to me once, and that's why I know it's a thing. So just look for anomalies and be a detective. Once you've figured out where a problem might be, where you consistently come back day after day and you get a high reading in a moisture meter, you may have to open it up. The first thing I would do is stop using the shower and get it to dry out and really monitor those numbers over a period of time. If they're starting to get slightly less, that's a good sign that it was a leak and that it's drying, but you still have to investigate it because dead mold or live mold are equally dangerous. So the dry out was the number 2 step. So diagnose, dry out. Then number 3, we got to find the cause. And the only way I know how to do that in a bathroom well is to open something up. And generally, this isn't that hard. If you have a closet behind a bathroom, you can open up drywall. Drywall is very cheap. Hire someone to do it who can put the piece back, but a 4x8 sheet of drywall is very cheap. So if you have a closet or a hallway or something that you can use to get to the backside without removing the tile, that's often a good solution. When that's not the case, then there's ways to remove a couple tiles and not be very invasive. I'd go to where the wetness is, and then I'd do some investigation and cut some things open. Whenever you remodel bathrooms or build bathrooms, I always recommend saving some tiles in case this ever happens. But you may need to open something up to really investigate and see what's going on. And then look there. You might see, oh, the water came from over here. And you can see a line, and then you have to keep opening it to where you find where the actual cause was. Could be a plumbing leak. Copper now that was used 10, 15 years ago, that's getting full of pinhole leaks. So always use good quality products and make sure you're getting good quality products locally sourced, ideally, that will have a warranty. So you may have to open something up. And then you may clean it, and maybe something that's cleanable if it's not that bad. In most cases, I would figure out whether it's a load-bearing wall or not, and assuming that it's not, you may need an architect to help you do that. In most cases, architects are the ones, so you will have remediators that won't be qualified to remove anything because they don't have that kind of insurance and qualification to do that. So you just may need to bring someone else in to give an opinion of, yeah, that wall can be removed or that stud can be removed. So rather than cleaning, if something is particularly damaged, I would just cut it out and replace it and put in a new one rather than try to clean. If it's really bad, there's some things that can be cleaned, and there's some things that should be removed. That depends on the situation and how long it's been going on. So after you do the cleaning and removal and everything's all clean again, then you just want to put it back and make sure that it's completely watertight. The tile and grout is not the waterproofing layer. You should be able to have a completely waterproof shower, whether it's a shower pan or a tub, before the tile's on. It should be 100% waterproof before you ever put any tile up. I do always recommend tiling the ceiling in showers and bathtub areas because moisture rises and the drywall is just not compatible with high moisture. And so all that steam coming off the shower ends up on the ceiling and it just doesn't end well. So I would always recommend tiling the ceiling. It's not that much extra, although it is extra. And make sure your enclosure on all sides, the tub to the walls, the base to the walls, the base, if it's a tile base, the ceiling, everything is connected at all the seams. So get your remodel repair done, do a test if you've done a shower base, do a water test, which means before you tile it, you're gonna fill it up with water to the curb and you're gonna plug it and you're gonna make sure that water doesn't leak. So you're gonna leave it for 24 hours, mark the water height, and it should be exactly the same in 24 hours and you know you don't have a leaky base. Leaky bases are really common. I do have that video on, it's a freebie actually, on how to check, how to use a moisture meter. I have a webinar on with a great expert I brought in to talk about moisture meters. That's available on my site. There's a couple on remediation. One I brought in an expert, one is my summary. So I hope those are helpful and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. For more free information on safe building, avoiding mold, and water damage, visit avoidingmold.com.